Whiskey.
Hi, everybody. This is Ed from the Whiskey Tangent Podcast with another Whiskey Short. I'm here with Scott.
Hi, everybody.
And boo, everybody. It's time for a Halloween short from us. Boo. As the holiday approaches, get out your candy. We're coming over. Fuck the fun size. We want full-size bars. Appreciate it. Or if not, just a nice dram of whiskey. We're not hard to please.
Yes. That.
So we're going to do a special short for Halloween, and Scott's going to tell you the particulars.
All right. We are doing 13 scary spirits for Halloween.
Whiskey Short.
Before we get started, we're being joined by our friends, Sue and Jeff. Hello, Sue and
back.
Jeff.
Hello, Scott.
Jeff, your voice is so high.
Jeff is returning to us after his last appearance in episode 8.
I'm back.
Yes.
That was July 4th, everybody.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We like to bring him around for the holidays.
So welcome back.
And I'd never been invited until now.
Until now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Well, you were bad.
Yes.
Yeah, you were in whiskey prison.
What a perfect time to bring me back.
That's right.
For scary Halloween
Boo.
spirits.
Boo.
Boo, man.
We got to stop saying boo.
Boo, bitches.
All right, get it out of your system.
Yeah, everyone boo.
Yeah, okay, everybody boo. Okay.
Number 1.
The first spirit Jeff brought to us from New York Comic Con, the Spirits of the Apocalypse whiskey from The Walking Dead. We poured some in our glasses and we're going to drink it. But Jeff, do you know any background on it?
It was at a whiskey tasting that I attended at Comic-Con, and the whole storefront was decorated like it was from The Walking Dead with like crates and barricades.
Zombies?
And zombies milling around. There was a zombie giving out popcorn, which in itself was awesome.
It's so weird.
It'd be better if you could eat the popcorn out of its head.
Its head was a bowl.
Yeah, that'd be more
I
impressive.
like it.
But it was produced by Diageo.
Yes.
In conjunction with Skybound Entertainment, who is also responsible for the Walking Dead comic books. And they were giving out free samples of the whiskey. It had like notes of caramel and honey.
I'm getting cherry on the nose like I've never gotten before.
I really like it. It really tastes good. I'm very surprised by it.
I'm getting very little burn.
Yeah,
I usually get a strong burn from this.
Seeing cinnamon
Yeah.
on the finish.
It's 2 years old, 94 proof.
Wow.
I'm actually surprised by this. It's very interesting. Everything that they say I should taste in other whiskeys, I taste in this. Not saying that this is as good as them, because you can definitely taste the immaturity of it.
Right. It's a little harsh
Yeah,
in that way.
Right. It's raw, but man, it finishes with cinnamon. Are you getting cinnamon? Like it finishes with a strong red hot cinnamon, not the baking spice, but actually like the candy cinnamon. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh
Yeah.
my! I was thinking the very same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
And
maybe
really-
like a buttercream. Anyone?
There's a butteriness to the smell.
There is a
The
butteriness
creamy.
to it.
Yeah, I
yes.
was thinking creamy.
I was shocked at how quickly I took to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they charging for that?
I paid $35 for it.
35. That's not so bad.
I think I would actually like this tamed with a little ice, even. Yes.
Right. We're in its rawest form.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a very good point.
Because it's scary. It's a scary spirit.
I need it tamed.
I mean, and the bottle has the interesting like zombie motif with the
Can you describe zombie motif
like
for us, Jeff?
hands that are like
Oh,
grabbing at you.
I like the drink that has hands grabbing at you. I'll take another.
Then you want two hands grabbing at you.
Yes.
Oh, even better.
Grabby hands.
There you go.
You do 4 shots, it's like a whiskey menage a trois going on.
I've been molested.
Okay, so this is the first of the 13 scary spirits for Halloween that we have. I once again scoured the internet for the scariest spirits, and by scary, I actually mean disgusting. So I'm just going to go down the list and get your guys' reactions for them.
So get ready for the Halloween season, everybody. Boo fucking boo. Here comes some scary spirits for you. Holler.
on the
like it.
booze.
Yeah. On the booze.
We're drinking booze.
Sue, you've already earned your key for the night. That was the comment right there.
That's what happens to the first Spice Girl when she dies. Scary spirit.
Number 2.
All right, Okay, so from England, Scorpio Vodka.
Okay.
It's vodka that contains a whole intact scorpion that undergone a special detoxification process to neutralize its venom, making it 100% edible, tail and all.
Wow.
On the UK's Amazon.com, where they sell it, it has a 4.6 average star rating.
Wait a minute. How big are they? Are they like sitting in your glass?
No, they're all different
Seriously?
size. No, it's one. It's
seriously,
a big
like,
one in the bottle.
On the bottom of the bottle.
Oh my! And like, do you swallow it like the worm in tequila?
Well, if you can get it out of the bottle,
If
yeah.
you can.
Yeah. So the consensus was that it's a nice and smooth vodka with a hint of vanilla and a soft, woody taste.
I got a woody taste for you.
Oh my God.
Number 3.
From Iceland, Hvalar.
Oh, that sounds so exotic. What's in that, Scott?
Whale testicles are smoked with sheep's dung, then combined with pure Icelandic water, malted barley, and hops to produce the seasonal beer for the midwinter festival known as Thori.
How big are whale testicles? I would think that would be a giant thing to have to handle.
What's wrong with these fucking people in Iceland? I have no desire to go there. It's like
I actually want to go. I want to go.
Like,
Oh, there go all our Iceland supporters.
We don't have any listeners presently in Iceland.
Yeah, so
but everything is like dried fish.
Yeah.
they do love fish. They love their pickled
Well,
fish.
they live on an island. It's a volcanic island. They have no
that's
trees,
their problem.
which is why they have sheep's dung being used to smoke. So I only could find one review of it, and it was on beeradvocate.com. They give it a 1.6 out of 5. It says, smells like a very malty brown ale, a little bit of smoke, but flavor is excessively bland with some earthiness, but not something I would ever recommend.
Flavor is excessively bland.
Yeah.
Just like Iceland.
Hey, you know what? You can really taste the whale balls.
Yeah. Whale balls taste good.
But it's a little bland.
Number 4.
Back to England for something called Black Cow Vodka. This is vodka distilled with fermented cow's milk yogurt that's traditionally ingested as soon as it's distilled while it's still warm. Daniel Craig and Elizabeth Hurley are supposedly fans of its creamy texture.
It'll make me hurley, that's for sure.
Jesus.
I think there'll be a line at the toilet with everybody hurling.
So as far as I can tell, how it tastes like vodka and sour milk. Avoid at all costs.
Number 5.
From Scotland, we have something called Loch Dhu. This infamous scotch, whose name translates to Black Lake, is aged in double charred casks, which gives it its distinctive black color. It doesn't sound too scary, right?
No.
But the reviews that I found from scotchnoob.com, the nose is brutal. Burnt sugar, overripe bananas, and petroleum. It's intriguingly bad, like the nasal equivalent of a traffic accident or a kitchen trash can after throwing away burned stir fry. The palate is surprisingly smooth and medium bodied with waves of rotten banana. But the finish is punishingly long. Toffee, black licorice, coffee grains, soy sauce, burnt rubber, and roofing tar.
Wow. That might be one of the best reviews I've ever heard in my life.
Isn't that
It's
great?
gotta be good.
Awesome.
Number 6.
So we're staying in Scotland for Fishkey. They take perfectly good Islay Scotch and they finish it in barrels that previously contained herring.
Ah, damn it.
So from whiskycast.com, the review that I found was, the nose hides the secrets of this whiskey well with notes of malt, brine, and heather. The taste reveals all, however, with sour baby vomit.
Get out of here.
And we all know what that tastes like.
Oh my God. So visual in my mind right now.
Brine and stomach acid. The finish is salty, greasy, and nasty with no redeeming qualities.
Number 7.
Okay, so from China is something called Tenji Xianbianju. The name of this wine-like drink translates to 3-penis wine.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's made from the penises of 3 different animals: a seal, a deer, and a dog.
How unlucky are you if you're the dog that was like,
Yeah.
here, boy.
The review I found from alesessions.com tastes like expired port, vinegar, and prune juice.
Oh, my God.
Number 8.
From Laos comes Cobra Whiskey. So like the Scorpion whiskey we had earlier, this is a whiskey infused with ginseng roots, seed pods, and a real farm-raised cobra whose venom has not been neutralized, which is left to soak for several months.
I just like the farm raised.
Wow.
Farm
Yeah,
raised,
as if
yeah.
that, like,
Cobra
like-
farms.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's a fun place to take your kids. Mommy, I want to go to the Cobra farm.
All right.
Mommy, I can't feel myself.
Who has to count the cobras every night, right? I mean, that's a thing, right?
You
Yeah.
get your horse and you bring all
Right.
the cobras in from the
You
field.
go through a lot of herding dogs in that at the Cobra farm. You're going through a lot of dogs. That's how you get all the penises.
So the review I found was from spiritsreview.com. Fishy, hot taste, almost like drinking peanut oil and alcohol with notes of ginseng. Almost immediately, there is a disquieting numbing of every part that comes into contact with it.
Because you're drinking venom.
Number 9.
From the Arctic Circle, Segel Wine.
Uh-oh.
Now, there are just 3 simple steps to making seagull wine. 1, find a dead seagull. 2, put it in a bottle. 3, let it ferment in the sun.
Oh, my God.
Gizmodo.com says, if you opened up a Toyota's carburetor and drank the leftover fluid from inside, that would be pretty close.
Ooh, burn Toyota.
Number 10.
Back to China. Baby mice wine.
What could possibly be in there,
God.
Scott?
Tiny, adorable baby mice, with their tiny, adorable baby eyes still closed, are stuffed alive into a bottle of rice wine and left to ferment. Yeah.
But
From alwaysfoodie.com, the review is absolutely awful, like raw gasoline.
They all involve animals.
Yes.
Why do
Oh
they
my
involve
God.
Yeah.
animals?
Well, the worst ones involve people, so hold on to your hats.
Number 11.
Coming back home to the United States, something called Gilpin family whiskey, as described in an article from the weekandweird.com website. The next time you hear someone say that their drink tastes like piss, you might want to have them check the label, because the completely drinkable single malt alcohol is distilled from the urine of elderly diabetics.
Thank God.
You can't actually buy it, but there was an official tasting in London in 2016, but really it's more of a modern art piece than anything else.
Old sweet pea.
Old Sweet Pea. Oh,
Ooh,
that's what they should have called it.
that's nice.
Wasn't
Old
that a
Sweet
song?
Pea. You down with Old Sweet Pea?
you know me.
You down with Old Sweet Pea?
You know me.
The urine. You put it in a bottle and then drink it on the cup.
Number 12.
From South Korea, something called Tonsil. There's a 20-minute video on YouTube from Vice Japan that has 1.5 million views, in which a young Japanese woman, journalist, travels to South Korea to interview the only person in the world who knows how to make an ancient Korean rice wine that uses the fermented turd of a human child.
Oh, God.
Lovely.
He's a doctor who says he gets the feces from an open-minded mother whose child is between the ages of 4 and 7, because he says that's the age when the poop is purest. Once he obtains the feces, he makes wine by adding rice and yeast, boiling it, and then letting it ferment in a large ceramic jar for 7 days. Finally, the day of the tasting comes, and the doctor opens the fermenting jar, and it's filled with what literally looks like rice with bits of shit in it. He scoops some into a cheesecloth bag and squeezes out a pale, yellowish, milky liquid into a bowl and says it might taste a little sour. The woman is hesitant, but ultimately tries it. She gags several times and is barely able to keep it down. It tastes like rice wine, she says, but when I breathe in and out, it smells like shit.
Baby shit.
Yeah. Then, after being talked into having another taste of it, she leaves the doctor's office and promptly pukes into a sewer grate and starts to cry. The video ends with her chugging a bottle of Listerine and in perfect English saying, "Fuck my life."
I honestly have nothing to say.
Interpol needs to get on this guy.
I feel like the human centipede was based on this guy.
I don't think that it's illegal unless he's actually catching the poop as it comes out. Then that's a little creepy. I apologize. For the 2 people that walked away from their phone to go like reheat their food and their phone's still playing, stay in the kitchen. Stay in the kitchen. It's almost over.
Almost over.
Run.
There's one more. Now, this may or may not be worse depending on what you consider gross.
Where you rank baby shit in your spectrum.
Yeah.
Number 13.
This is from Canada, and it's called the Sourdough Cocktail. In Dawson City, Yukon, Canada, you can join the Sourdough Cocktail Club by drinking any beverage of your choice. The catch? A real human toe, dehydrated and preserved in alcohol, is dropped into your drink before you take your first sip. The tradition started in 1973 when Captain Dick Stevenson was cleaning out an old abandoned cabin he'd purchased. In it, he found the frostbitten, amputated toe of the previous owner, which had been preserved in a jar of alcohol. So, like you do, old Captain Dick brought it down to the sourdough saloon and started plunking it into the drinks of anyone who was brave enough to try it. And thus, the sourdough cocktail was born.
Oh, wait a minute. So it's reused. It's
Yeah.
the same toe.
Well, that original toe lasted 7 years before it was accidentally swallowed.
Oh.
Since then, 7 more toes have been donated to the bar, and now there's a fine of $2,500 if you purposely swallow the toe, because, of course, somebody actually did that. But no matter what drink you choose, there's one rule that remains the same. You can drink it fast, you can drink it slow, but your lips have got to touch the toe.
Boo, everybody.
Yeah.
Boo.
Happy Halloween.
All right, well, we try to be outside the box and bring you stuff that you certainly didn't even know you wanted to hear. And
That assumes they wanted to hear that.
right. Surprise. Surprise and boo.